Music producers, it's Curtis King and CurtisKingBeats.com, and today I will be doing a tutorial on how to use sidechain compression, understanding what exactly it is, what styles of music use it, and when you should best utilize it. Let's talk about it. Music producers, I know that there's many of tutorials out there, and you probably have already seen a couple that talk about sidechain compression, but first and foremost, let's talk about what exactly it is. The simplest way that I can even describe it is imagine you have a sound, right, that just consistently plays, but another sound basically punches a hole in the volume of it, and every time it punches a hole, that sound kind of just dwarfs to kind of be a reaction to that. So that's pretty much what sidechain compression sounds like, especially when you're talking about a kick that triggers the sidechain compression. Now, most times it is a kick that triggers that, and you really hear it in future bass. You hear it in a lot of house music. You hear it in a lot of up-to-date hip hop and trap. People are understanding different ways to use this. I have used it in the past to really accentuate my kick and make my kick even feel larger than life. I would do it the wrong way in a lot of people's books and basically have my kick be the strongest thing throughout my mix, and everything else would just basically sort of like hug the sound, and then when the sound actually kicks, the boom, the sound just kind of like explodes out of it. So that's the way that I've best understood sidechain compression. If you don't understand really what the sound is, let me kind of play a loop for you in one of my beats called Da Da Do, and you'll get the idea. It's basically you're hearing the sound go through sort of some herky-jerky movements where the velocity is going up and down and it's reacting to another sound, in this case it being the kick. But I'm going to show you two different ways of how to do it. One is a traditional way, another one is using a plugin called KickStart that is just the ultimate cheat code. But let's listen to this loop and then you'll actually see what it sounds like. Pay attention to the vocal and how the vocal sort of pumps in and out. So as you can see, that vocal without a sidechain compression would have been a normal vocal where I was just saying da 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 do, but because it's like da 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 do do da 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 do, a bad example, but you get the idea. The velocity is being reacted to, and let me show you how to do this the traditional way first, and then I'm going to show you how to do this using a plugin called KickStart. So in a traditional sense, you would need two sounds in order for a sidechain compression to actually work. In this example, we're going to be using this vocal loop, and we're going to be actually using a kick that's sort of like a 4 to the floor. Play them together. Now, what we want to happen is basically have this kick sort of punch a hole into this sound every time it hits. So then it's just going to make the kick sound a lot more powerful, and at the same time the other sound is going to duck underneath it, and it just creates a really dope effect that a lot of people, when they understand how to use it, you can do some pretty crazy stuff with it. So the traditional way to do it is to basically get these sounds, align them on the mixer. Like I have the kick here on the 1, and then I have the vocal here on the 2. Okay? That being said, the first thing I need to do is click on the kick and then basically trigger where the sidechain is going to go. Well, all I got to do is go here, right click, sidechain of this track, and that is the first step. Second thing we got to do, go to slot 1, open FL limiter, go down here to the compression, right click here on the sidechain and go to kick. So now the kick is triggering the sidechain to occur here. And then all you would have to do is really mess around with the threshold and then the ratio. And then you can kind of mess around with that to your liking. But let's listen to it without messing around with anything and see what it sounds like. So as you can see, as we mess around with the ratio, we're seeing the vocal sound is ducking underneath it. And it creates a really cool effect. I think that especially for breakdowns, I love using this on breakdowns because it just blows somebody's mind as they're listening to this beat and they're like, whoa, what's going on with the sound in the background? Are the chords? The chords feel like they're just being overpowered. Some people kind of use this the wrong way. They don't know they're actually doing sidechain compression. They just like, it just sounds muddy and doesn't sound like it's the right way. But in all essence, it's music, so you define what's your right way. But that's the traditional way to do it. Another way that I want to show you, you wouldn't even have to worry about doing any of this. So let me open this back up. So now that we open this back up, we're basically going to use a plugin on the vocal channel called KickStart. Boom. Now, KickStart was made by an EDM DJ named Nicky Romero, super talented dude, and this plugin definitely does not disappoint. If you want to kind of pay attention to a few things, here is a mix level that you typically see in any plugin that applies pretty much how much of this compression you want to happen. Here you have a few of these note settings that allow you to basically do it in halftime, 1/4, 1/8. Here where you're able to manually shift over the compression. So if we actually play this. And the fact that it shows you your waveform playing right here, it just makes it so convenient to where you don't have to assign anything. You basically just have to emulate the pattern of the kick and just make sure that that gap right here is occurring whenever the kick hits. So it has a few sort of like presets that you can use, like a nice and tight preset, a high chain, an extreme short, sub, bass tight. So you can mess around with these and see what works best in conjunction with that kick. So let's play it. That's pretty cool. It's dope because, I mean, obviously the options that you have are endless depending on how creative you want it to be. Now, I've seen a lot of plugins and I'm always open to hearing your guys' suggestions, especially for sidechain compression, but I don't think I've seen one more straightforward and easy as this one. This is like the ultimate cheat code and the ultimate time saver when it comes to creating that effect of sidechain compression. So you can go ahead and check this out. This is something that was actually in conjunction with Cable Guys, who, as you know, they make Halftime and really dope products. But yeah, you guys should definitely check this out if you want to mess around with that effect, or you can use the other way. Either way, I know that you can do this in an actual playlist using the automation effects, but those are two ways that I generally go to that pretty much work really smooth in the workflow. None greater than Nicky Romero's KickStart with the Cable Guys, but I use this pretty frequently, especially when I'm using vocals, because I feel like it just gives me a whole nother bounce to my beats, especially when I'm adding drums to it and I'm messing around with it. I just enjoy the way it sounds. But hopefully that helped for those of you trying to understand how to do sidechain compression, when to use it, what styles of music use it. Other than that, it's Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com. Peace. Please subscribe to the channel below, Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com.